Happy Saturday, everybody. Actually, I probably should say happy 2024
Woo woo.
because this is our first vlog of the new year.
New year, new me.
We didn't intentionally mean to not vlog in January. It just kind of happens that way. I feel like it happened that way last year, and it might even happen that way the year before.
Probably.
But I don't know, I cannot function in the month of January for some reason. One, I definitely think that I do get some type of seasonal depression, and I just feel very unmotivated. So, truth be told, what is today? It's the 28th? 27th. We just today are starting to take down our Christmas decor, which kind of feels like a personal low because it's past the 25th. It's been over a month.
I don't mind when Christmas decorations are up still because I like Christmas time.
I know, it's happy and cheery, but at the same time, I feel like we're almost in February.
Nah, it's fine.
I don't know, that kind of feels like a low, but I'm trying to just give myself grace and just realize that it's okay that January is a tough month for me to just do things and be motivated and feel happy when I'm freezing. I don't know. It's okay. But so I do feel going into February, and I don't know if you feel this way, Sean, but I do feel going into February, I feel definitely I'm starting onto a new page.
Yeah.
You know, I feel better. I feel motivated. I feel ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And not really for anything specific. I just feel good.
Yeah. I would agree. Because, I'm for me personally, I'm in month, number 2 of this new job. So it's
I think more 3.
Does it get into 3?
You started it at the end of November.
Yeah. So I'm starting to really.
Also, sorry, it's bumpy. We're obviously in the car.
No, I'm starting to feel more settled and because I feel like when you start a new job, you're just kind of everywhere and your mind's going everywhere. So you're not really paying attention to the things that you used to pay attention to as much because you're I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job, sort of thing. So that's now I kind of feel all right, now I can be a normal person again and kind of get back on track with things. But speaking of getting back on track, I've been really, and kind of both of us have really been wanting to reinforce this new year is getting back into shape and really
just being healthy.
Yeah. Allie just got a new book.
Well, I'll show them the book later because I do want to talk to them about that. But Sean, granted, I have not been into the gym again, no motivation. Sean, though, has been doing really well, going back, getting active, moving his body. So
I've lost,
I think 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Yeah, not me. But we did. This is it. So this is so ridiculous. This is what gave me motivation to pick up the camera today. Is that the past month? So I know I've posted that we were doing dry January, but what I didn't post is that we also gave up ice cream because we were you know what? Alcohol is hard to give up, especially the social aspect of it. But for me and you too, just because this ice cream place is so good. But for me, really, ice cream's my biggest thing. It's been hard. At first, I was okay, and it wasn't until pretty much this last week that I was dang, I really want some ice cream.
Yeah.
But we are gonna go to the creamery because today's the last day of their, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm giving them motion sickness. Today's the last day of they're doing a birthday celebration for their creamery. So it's buy a pint, get another pint, 50% off. But then they're also doing raffle baskets. And one of the baskets is 2 tickets to see the Sight and Sound show. And if you don't know what Sight and Sound is, it's essentially Christian Broadway. But they just put on epic shows of Bible stories and everything. What's the one right now?
Is it Daniel?
I think it is Daniel.
Yeah.
I really want to see it. So
apparently the lion that they have is really cool for it.
Well, yeah, with the special effects and everything.
Yeah. And they actually have
Yeah, they
coming
do
onto the
have
stage, horses, like
no actual lions.
no, but like I think they do like a holographic.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard really cool things about this one. We've seen several other productions there, but I'm just praying that we somehow get that basket. Just putting it out there. Jesus, please hear me. I really want to see that for free.
But something you didn't say though, like we're going to the creamery, but it's still the month of January, so we're not getting ice. We're not going to be eating ice cream today.
I know no. I just said
We'll
today's
just
the last day of the sale.
I know, but it's
So I
going
want
to
to take advantage of the sale.
But it's going to be so hard for us going in there not to get a waffle bowl with with cookies and cream ice cream and a peanut butter bliss.
No, honestly, their new flavor that I really want to try is, do you guys know those like oatmeal patty thingies? You know, like cream patty. I forget the name of them. They're terrible for you, but they just made a new flavor, and it's like a sweet cream base with homemade oatmeal pie chunks, basically like cookie dough chunks in it. So it's like, that's the flavor. I hope they have a pint of that, because if they don't have that, I'll go with my girl, salted caramel. It's my favorite. But anyway, so we'll chat later. Definitely want to let you know about this book that I'm reading, which totally is against what we're doing right now, getting ice cream or buying ice cream, but whatever. See you in a little.
We got salted caramel, yummy, and we got oatmeal cream pie, also yummy.
Oh jeez. Okay, I'm about to head to work here in a few minutes, but I did want to pop back in and show you the book that I was talking about a few days ago. This is what I'm reading. It's called The Plant Paradox. I really can't give you like too much information about it, only because I've only read the first chapter. But what I will say is that even in the first chapter, there's like all of these different things that I'm learning, and it's super eye-opening. And like, for example, there's something called it's a protein called a lectin, which truly I'd never even heard of that before even reading this. But it basically goes through how like some of like the healthy foods, if you're eating them at like a certain time, or you're eating them like time of year, or you're not doing it correctly, or you're doing it in excess. It's just talking about how like even sometimes like the healthy foods is not the healthiest option type of vibe. And it gives you all these like different like meal plans and stuff. And it's the guy who wrote it is a heart surgeon and whatever, so I don't know, I feel like it seems pretty trustworthy. But the one cool thing about it was, so I was reading it at work, and then one of our vendors came in, and like he was like, you're reading that book? And I was like, yeah, like one of the other vendors like showed it to me, because we were talking about like switching to natural clean products and natural clean skincare, natural clean foods and stuff. So the one vendor with all the books gave me this book, and then this other vendor came in and was like, that book changed my life. And I was like, really? I was like, well, that's good to know, because you obviously when you read stuff like this, you just never know what you're really getting. And we talked for like 10 minutes or whatever, and he was just telling me about how like he switched some habits and he did a few things, and that he like lost all this weight, but it was in a healthy way. And it cleared up, like he was dealing with a lot of skin issues, and it cleared up the skin issues and blah, 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 blah. So he just was like telling me his personal experience, and he just found this book on like Amazon or whatever. So it was totally unrelated, but he just said it changed his life. So I was like, okay, well then there's somebody that is so random that's putting weight into this book. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And Sean and I talked about it, which Sean's behind the camera.
Hello.
Hi. Sean and I talked about it, and I said, like, look, I'm never going to be like Kooky Town, where I just like will never have ice cream, or will never have like something that is yummy, or I don't know, like, or if I want to go to a bar and eat bar food, like fried pretzel bites, like of course I'm gonna still have those. But
that sounds pretty good right now.
I know it does. But my whole thing in like trying to read this, and I just switched my skincare to clean products, my whole thing is like, if you can make a few changes, there's nothing from like a bad oil to switching to a healthy oil. Why not? It's so simple, it's so little. So my whole thing is just like, I want to try to make some changes because I just don't think that it can hurt, right? But I'm never gonna be just like full blown, we can never have fun and never enjoy things. Like, no, of course not. But also partially why I wanna do this is because of pregnancy, which I'm not pregnant, but going into a season of like where we're gonna start trying again, because I don't know if we've talked about this on the vlog yet, but it's now been a whole, like over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, from the last time we tried. That like December through what, April-ish?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're heading into February. So it's been like a whole year, which is just crazy because if we would have gotten pregnant a year ago, we would have a kid right now, which is so cool. Sorry, I'm like talking to Sean. I'm also talking to you too.
But now we have a fur baby though.
Oh, we've had one. Yes.
Oh, you're cutie.
Don't show our mess. Don't show our mess.
Cutie.
Hi.
That's on Baba. I birthed you.
Okay. Anyway, basically in my whole like trying to switch to some clean products, it's also to kind of get ready for that season of trying again, and just be healthier and be cleaner and not putting, like, your skin is the biggest organ we have, and we so many times we're putting like all these chemicals and fragrances and all this stuff just in us and on us, and it's just like, it's craziness. So yeah, I guess to touch a little bit on trying again, we're heading into that season. There's been a few things that I've wanted to do first, which now that Sean has the new job, we have our new insurance, everything's all settled. I finally got in with like a primary care doctor. That was first and foremost. I was like, I don't want to do anything until like I have a doctor here. So I did have a primary care doctor appointment, everything good and healthy with me on that front. I do have a dentist appointment scheduled, just like a normal routine cleaning, whatever. So I have a dentist appointment scheduled. I still need to schedule an appointment with a gynecologist. That's like definitely next on my list of things that I need to do, obviously. But yeah, so got to schedule with a gyno, and then I also would love to find a dermatologist out here. But after those two, I feel like I'm pretty much good. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just getting all my doctor stuff in order within the next like month or two, and then we'll see. Then we'll see. We could have a lot of fun videos potentially this year. So we'll see. Who knows? All in God's hands. That's something also, and I'll just end it after this, but the last go around when we tried, I became obsessed with the tracking apps and fertility books and tracking your, like, she's gonna bark at me, I know it.
Mm-hmm. Hello, cutie girl.
Anyway, I became obsessed with like testing my ovulation, and like it was just like it consumed my brain, and it made every negative test that I got like that much worse. So this time around, I'm really trying to like avoid the tracking apps, just in the sense, there it is. Just in the sense that I don't think it's bad to track. Like if somebody can do that healthily, then great, do it. But for me, it just ended up being like a negative for me. So I just want to kind of avoid that, let it all be natural and God's timing and whatever. I'm not gonna track my ovulation. we're just gonna go with it this time around. And hopefully I can just have more peace in knowing that it just is what it is. It's not in my control, right? So that's where I'm at. That's like a health update, I suppose. Anyway, welcome to the vlog in 2024. We're excited to vlog this year. Thank you for watching and continuing to support us. We'll see you in the next one.